And the 2024 UCI Downhill World Cup season of elite racing is go. Phoebe Gale from Canyon Collective FMD leaves the start hut in Fort William. And Aaron, this is what it has all been about. Yeah, Phoebe Gale gets ready for one of the biggest receptions from anywhere on the mountain bike calendar. She heads down towards the new look Fort William finish arena and sets our benchmark time of a 4:52.7 for Gale. .4 seconds faster, Scarsi now, so she's on the move here. She got on the podium in Léger, Haute Savoie last season.
Oh yeah, carrying good speed down here. Yeah, the whole bottom part of the track, if you were to take an average speed from years past to this year, it's going to be a lot faster. They cut out a lot of those kind of, you know, right there, for example, that big river jump that goes straight. There used to be a tight turn there before this that made all of this just, I think Miriam would agree, maybe the most miserable pedal.
Yeah, that's so much better. I promise you would have loved it.
Yeah, now you can actually jump the tabletop coming down, come to this bottom section with a lot better speed. It's back the first time I raced here, the track actually went left right there, and it was just all pedaling. Man, this is a really good run from her.
2.6 seconds at the first split, 3.3 now at the fourth. So Gloria Scarsi on a move, the Italian here. Fifth here at the UCI World Championships last season, so sort of suits the physical mindset that she has. She heads down towards then the finish line jump. The whole finish area has been moved back up the hill slightly. Scarsi throwing the back end out straight into the hot seat. Nearly collected a photographer on her way through.
Yeah, that was awesome.
4 seconds in. .51 kilometers an hour through the speed trap, so Johnset tuck in right the way over the left far side of that jump, and may have maybe just lost traction on the loose surface. Millie Johnset off the bike, has to go back around the pole where she left the track. Disaster for Johnset.
Oh, no.
Oh man, that's a bummer. She was pulling back some time too. Yeah, it's a tricky when you come out of that left-hand turn and the track does kind of shoot you to the left. I was watching the GoPro of my my junior teammate this morning. He was showing me in the pits before I came over here to join you guys, and he almost jumped off the track right there. And I was like, hey, heads up in your race run. When you come around that corner with a little more speed and you really scrub that first step down, make sure you land in the middle of the track because it kind of does shoot you a little left there.
It's definitely one of the dark arts of downhill, isn't it? Of knowing how a track actually changes at that full chat. Only a race run can.
Yeah, and you're so tired at the bottom of this track too. It's hard to kind of keep mentally switched on.
One and a half seconds up at the first split for Nina Hoffmann. Hoffmann on the charge now. Oh.
Yeah, you got to believe she's going to be one of the women here really fighting for that overall title.
5.9 seconds at the second split.
Yeah.
So Miriam, she was one of the favourites at the UCI Worlds last year, and it's the one that got away from her really, but she looks like she's channeling that frustration here today. Nearly 6 seconds faster at the second split.
She loves Fort William and she's super strong. I raced with her in Australia beginning of this year, and she was like on fire. She made some huge jumps. Nina is ready for it.
6.2 and 50.8 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. Hoffmann down into the jump line. 140 beats per minute.
There's no way.
6.8.
If that's true, I give up.
6.8 seconds at the fourth split to the good for Nina Hoffmann. Hoffmann heads down towards the line. She got her first win back here in 2022. Is she going to get it? Another one today in 2024. Hoffmann crosses the line and goes fastest by 6.6 seconds. Nina Hoffmann into the hot seat ahead of Gloria Scarsi. The German national champion takes to the hot seat at the first race of 2024. former UCI World Cup overall title holder and one of the very toughest in the business.
Yeah, Camille, she's so smart and she built her week really well.
Another rider who hasn't chalked a victory here before, so would like to do so today. We didn't see a lot of her, as I said, last season due to that massive horror crash, really, in Palar and Sal Andorra, Aaron, but she's so consistent. 3.3 back at the second, so that time of Hoffmann.
Whoa. Little inside line.
That front wheel just wanted nothing to do with that, but Balanche held it straight.
Pushing a big gear here.
Whoa, just tags that road gap and no more. So be interesting to see what she does on the jump section. She was tucking between them at Worlds last year, trying to carry speed and keep the bike settled in its suspension travel.
Yeah, always a tricky one at the bottom of this track. Your legs are so full of blood and hard to pedal that sometimes you take a pedal and you almost just make things worse. It's better just sometimes to like kind of tuck and pump.
Well, she's found a second, but it's gone back out away from her again. 3.1 now on the fourth split. 46 kilometers an hour through the jumps. Pushing that massive gear still, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to keep the leg speed up when they're tired, so sometimes you got to go to a bigger gear so you can at least kind of stand on top of it a little bit. Still a solid run from her.
Balanche heads towards the finish line. Where's she going to stack up? Camille Balanche back in the thick of things in second place. 3.3 seconds behind Nina Hoffmann. Hoffmann looking good in Fort William.
Go on, Tahnee.
First in qualies, second in semis. Tahnee Seagrave leaves the start hut at her home round, the opening round of the 2024 UCI Downhill World Cup. Looking really aggressive up top, wow. 0.8 of a second faster at the first split, Aaron. It looked aggressive and it now looks like it's paying off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tahnee's always so strong here in the first split. It seems like every year she's getting through that spot. I think where she had that big crash and a bit of an injury the other year, a few years ago actually. So cool to see her kind of back up to full health and full speed here, charging at the home track.
Yeah, let's see what Seagrave can muster in this wood section then, as she heads towards the split.
Low line.
A 1.6 back, but she is in touch here.
Yeah, she's looking really smooth. It seems like maybe lacking just a little bit of that aggression maybe that Nina had, but it's hard to tell. I mean, it could be a bit of strategy too. You got to save potentially a little bit for the bottom here. If she can get out of the woods clean, and she's got a bit left in the tank. So
Hoffmann leads the way from Balanche and Scarsi. They are well inside the semi-final time of the fastest semi-rider. Valentina Höll, who remains at the top. Tahnee Seagrave on track now. Two-piece garment from Fox. And from now, it's about being very, very fast and very, very precise. 51.4 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. 48 kilometers an hour on the entry to this jump lane. Yeah, time to dig deep here. Was nice, exit out of that corner, got inside of the bumps. She's found a 10th of a second back, 1.7 now. Seagrave going well in Fort William.
Pedal hard, giving it.
Tahnee Seagrave tucks in, heads down towards the finish line. Big off that final gap, over the jump. Tahnee Seagrave heads towards the line. Tahnee Seagrave goes second, 1.2 seconds outside of the time of Nina Hoffmann. Valentina Höll leaves the start hut to get her season underway. And the clouds come back in, Aaron. Really aggressive with the turn in there as well. So it's a new team, but she spent 6 years aboard a YT previous to her last ride. And she's taken key members of staff with her, mechanic, coach. They've all gone with Vali, so about as minimal a team move as you'll get, but she's 1 second back at the split two now. All of a sudden, it's Nina Hoffmann's race to lose.
But she's enters the woods super fast, so she can make the difference here.
Nina Hoffmann currently leads with 441.9. Valentina Höll, this woman, is on the hunt for her opening win of the season. Höll crosses versus the big Dune.
Yeah, looked to get a little off balance, kind of coming over that last little root drop. She kind of had to get on the brakes just a little bit. The exit speed didn't look maybe quite as good as Nina's. We'll see what the time tells us.
Can she...
Oh, she's pushing now.
She is pushing. Can she reward the YT mob with a win here in Fort William?
Yeah, a little bit. Just losing a little bit, but definitely still in touch here. We've seen more time than that made up at the bottom in the past.
As I say, she won that UCI Worlds title here. She won as a junior in 2018, but that's the only, I'm doing air quotes, other win she has here. So, again, not the happiest of hunting grounds for Höll.
Yeah, she said in an interview I saw that she wishes the season started somewhere else. A really hard track just to jump straight into to start the year, but
1.2 back at the third split, so she didn't find it in the woods, but now she's got it right back. 200ths of a second at split 4 for Valentina Höll. Can she find the time on these jumps on this pedal?
Super powerful and still.
It goes green. The split at the top of the drop-in went green. Valentina Höll commits over the final jump, crosses the line. Valentina Höll wins in Fort William. Valentina Höll wins the opening UCI Downhill World Cup of the season in Fort William. But she had to fight for it every inch of the way. But that woman, Nina Hoffmann, the one that she said was going to give her the tightest race here.
What a race.
wow.
Vali Höll takes the win in Fort William, just as she did last summer at the UCI World Championships, Glasgow. Valentina Höll then, by half a second in Fort William, takes the win from Nina Hoffmann, then Seagrave, Balanche. Scarsi's in 5th, Cabarrou, Gale, Newkirk, Parton in 9th. Krasnik rounds out the top 10.